Hey, you guys, everybody. I think it's Monday. I feel like I got hit in the face with something. How y'all like our new little opening sequence countdown? Did y'all see
I
that?
saw it. I saw it. It was
Isn't that
cute.
pretty? You like
It
that?
was, yeah, you was out there doing your thing. I see.
Look, I'm out here trying to be like Carisha, honey. I'm trying to get in my bag.
I don't blame you. I'm trying to get in my bag too.
Trying to get all the way deep down into all the crevices of my bag. It came from the Family Dollar, but it's still a bag.
Bag is a bag is a bag. So
Yeah,
y'all, I caught up on days
God.
today. Did anybody catch up on days?
Let me
I
tell
know
you,
Yes,
Bubbles did.
ma'am. You know I did.
What happened, Bubbles?
Shad, y'all know how I feel about Kristen, right? It ain't nobody here
Hmm.
a stranger, right?
I know
Right.
you don't
You
love
love
my queen.
Kristen.
What?
I know you don't love my queen. I worship Kristen
Bubbles, don't
Damaris.
wait a minute. Hold on. How do you feel about Kristen Bubbles? Because
Oh,
I thought we was all on one accord here.
girl, I'm always the odd man out on this team. Always on. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, sitting by my damn self because my co-host always leaves me by my damn self. Y'all know that I don't like no damn Kristen Demera. Y'all
I
know.
That's why. That's exactly why I said it. And I had that
I
Y'all
live
shit
be
with
was
her.
too
sitting here
funny.
dragging Chloe, and I don't say nothing while y'all be dragging Chloe. I let y'all drag my girl.
Oh
Um,
Oh,
no,
you a holy
Did
thing?
Oh
you
Lord,
tell
I didn't
me?
know you. I didn't know you was pro Chloe. Oh God,
No, no.
no.
Oh
Yeah, I
no.
didn't know you were pro Chloe either. I mean, I'm okay with you not liking Kristen, but we got a pro Chloe in the house.
What
Oh
is the
my
deal?
word!
How is it that you what?
listen.
The brunette Brooke Logan. I mean, basically, she's the same person on another show with black hair. I mean,
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No,
yes,
ma'am.
yes,
No, I won't give
yes,
up Brooke Logan.
yes.
No, ma'am. No,
She's
ma'am. No,
she's way too dull. At least
ma'am.
Brooke is
She is too.
capable.
You're right. She is too dull to be Brooke, but she out here wanting to be, pretending to be.
She you know what? Kristen got her over a barrel already. See, that's why I don't like weak chicks. While she's trying to step to Kristen about what should happen, Kristen done already
Yeah,
sealed that deal and looking at
yeah,
her like the damn kitten she is.
yeah,
Kristen is a tiger. I don't even know why they pushed that kitten in front of Kristen. I
yeah.
wanted Kristen to devour her whole.
Oh
So,
Get
yeah.
her line. Get
okay.
her.
So listen. Listen now. Listen. Listen.
Listen, Linda.
Linda, listen. You know what? I ain't like that little boy. I'm not gonna use that. But listen to me, y'all. Listen. Listen, Chloe has been my girl since day one when they brought her on the scene, and she was this awkward girl, and all she needed was to take off them glasses and put on some makeup and some tight clothes. We always knew she was a pretty girl. I've always been pro Chloe, but today, and y'all know I don't like Kristen. She, out of all of Stefano's children, she might be my least favorite. Like I would take, what Tony's twin that's supposed to have been his cousin, Andre. I
Andre.
would take
Andre.
I would take Andre, and he's the least of the Demiras. I feel like, and I would
Dad
take
is the least of
Andre.
the Damaras.
I would take him over Kristen because I just can't get with her. I just can't. But then today, when she had, like you said, she had already sealed the deal with Brady. She was just sitting there playing with Chloe,
Yep.
and I'm sitting there like, girl, Brady ain't even worth all this stress and struggle that you going through with Kristen, knowing how crazy she is, and then you gonna sit here talking about some. Well, I told Brady this morning that I was gonna break up with him, and he said, "No, girl, I can't live without you." So I guess we ain't
Mm-hmm.
breaking up, sis, so you might as well. And I'm like, girl, just stop. You don't even know how stupid you look right now. Like this woman then already got this man's bags packed and on the way to her apartment because
Yep.
his mama is about to get up and moonwalk with Michael Jackson. And you sitting here talking about, well, if you act right, maybe I tell Brady to tell the judge to let you see your little girl again.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
almost felt like Chloe was not familiar with who the Demera family was under Stefano, of course. This I don't know who leading the damn family now. Um,
Kristen.
well, she's
She
doing
got the sing. Technically, she got the seniority if Tony ass ain't around.
well. Listen,
Right.
whoever
EJ
it
walking around here with
is
his
doing a
chest
piss
poked
poor
out.
job. Whoever's running the family is doing a poor job because I ain't never seen Stefano let Rolf's lab get discussed. That man's lab has been in the same goddamn place for almost 50 years. Sailing
Yeah,
for
they done bad for that shit.
never seen it. And now they just going through his notes and shit, just going through his shit. Rolf in his lab? No. That's why all of these fucking Demiras is weak sauce. Do you know Stefano would have had that whole lab moved and he would have had everybody mesmerized somehow to forget that they even knew that shit existed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these modern day Demiras sitting around here playing fucking patty cake with their lessers. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Because you know what?
This
They
is
won't let Kristen live. They will always got Kristen on the damn run from the law, so she can't never run Demira. I think her crazy ass needs to be the one to run Demira.
Ma'am. Stefano Demira spent a whole damn decade underground before he came back and was still running shit. There is no excuse. Let her live. You don't let her live. She's a fucking Demira. You don't have to let her. They just do.
But you know, since Stefano been dead and since I've been watching Days, Kristen been on the run more than she been free woman, and that upsets me.
That's my point. Stefano ain't never went on the run. The Phoenix.
That's because Kristen stayed getting fucking caught. That's her problem. Look, the best criminals are the criminals who you don't know they criminals, who you suspect they're criminals, and you can't make nothing stick. Kristen is not good at that, unfortunately.
But how about the other day, Brady, when Kristen first proposed this this whole deal about I'm gonna save your mom. Remember when she told him you got to break up with Zoe? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He basically said that he would not get with Kristen to save Marlena and Kate and the other girl.
He sure did.
but he would not do it if he had to break up with Chloe. So you mean to tell me you would let your mama die and two other what supposedly good upstanding women die before you break up with Chloe?
See, that bothered me too. That bothered me too because Brady ain't never really know his mama. His mama was he was
Isabel been dead since he was in swaddling clothes.
Right.
Exactly.
He ain't never known nothing but pictures of his mama. And Marlena has literally raised him from the day he was shitting diapers to yesterday. And you're gonna sit here like, dude, fucking figure something out, but give this woman what she wants. That's your mama. That's the only mama you have ever known. And Marlena is one of the few stand-up characters in this town. Like, I know a lot of people is holier than thou. Them fucking whores grew up on being holier than thou.
Who got tater chips?
But yeah, who had that crunchy? But Marlena.
Oh, that was me. Sorry.
You got me. Now you got me craving.
Are they Lay's?
Oh, it's funny.
Oh
no, you didn't.
Okay, girl. So you send out gift back. I like the ones. I'll send you my address. You go on, and next time we'll be having chips the day after.
The bag ain't that big, y'all. It's only half full. I was lucky I even got the half of the bag before the rest of the people in my house got to.
Especially Funyuns.
And the worst part is, I'm the only one who ever remembers to buy them. But by the time I get to, I'm like, so who been eating the Funyuns? Oh, yeah, but nobody else don't never put this on the list when they go to the store. I said, I see what y'all bastards be up to, but I digress.
Tear up your mouth. I remember when I used to eat Funyuns, they would tear the hell out of your mouth.
They will. You can only.
They get stuck they scratch the roof of your throat and your tongue. You be just like, yeah. Right. Hold on, y'all like the hot ones?
Girl, yeah, I love everything hot though.
No, I don't care for the hot.
I prefer the plain ones.
Yeah, I prefer the plain ones. And Lay's. Anywho, since we don't, y'all done
got all off of days.
I'm trying. Everybody breaking. Everybody wants something.
You were sitting there talking about what now, chips? Hey, April, y'all. So another thing on days. What was the other thing? I was like, that is just crazy to me today. But this is showing flashbacks of Sammy and EJ, or was I caught up on something somewhere else?
I
I was caught up on
haven't seen Sammy in a while.
Okay, I was watching something somewhere else because it was the old EJ, not this new EJ.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was something else then. But really, what I don't get, and I'm not interested at all. I hate to say it, I really don't care what Orpheus is doing to Marlena, Kate, and Kayla. I love Marlena.
He's the only good villain that we have, like old school.
I know, and I love Marlena, and I love Kate. I don't care for Kayla at all, but I mean, the story just does not have me interested. I just don't care because you know why? I know that, I always knew somebody gonna save the day for those three. All three of them ain't gonna die. I'm just not interested in that story. Well, especially that Marlena's in there, right?
If Stefano were alive and this were a Stefano concoction, Marlena would die because Stefano would fake her death and have her living somewhere in a castle by a different name because the bitch got amnesia after whatever it was Rolf did to bring her back to life. And that's what would have happened to Marlena. And we would have all been sad because she was dead. But then we would have been enraptured because, oh my God, Stefano took her again. He always taking her so romantic.
And I wanted the backstory on Stefano and Doc because I was like, okay, was they hot when they was a couple back in the day? And I heard they
Lord Queen of the Night.
And I heard they was never a couple.
No, they were never a couple. It was just
they were never. This is like obsessive shit that went on for decades that just never ended.
Yeah, that's how she got the devil in her. Because Stefano was fucking with her head during that Queen of the Night storyline. And she levitated that one time. And he was like, shit, I didn't know Rolf could make people levitate. And Rolf was like, no, sir, that is not my shit. I don't have powers. And then they were like, oh, well, I guess maybe she just real excited or some shit. I don't know, girl. But yeah, that the devil getting into Marlena all started because Stefano wanted to make her his Queen of the Night. And it was almost like the Phantom of the Opera because all this shit would happen at night. She'd go to sleep and be meeting up with Stefano and shit. He was just flat out obsessed with her. And that's why I said Kristen could never. Because the way that Stefano stalked Marlena was that was a work of art. Like you ain't never been stalked until you've been stalked by Stefano DeMiro. This man then killed a whole ass town to show you his power because that's how much he likes you. Not only did he kill the whole town, he killed y'all, built your exact town on the island somewhere, and moved y'all piece by piece like fucking checker pieces. Like he was playing chess. He moved people piece by piece from Salem to New Salem. Also, he collected fucking Marlena Evans. That's Stefano. That's
some obsession. That's some 80s. That is some 80s level obsession that we don't get on soaps anymore. That's like that's like if Stefano DeMiro was in a club, he would be giving Mitch Lawrence and these other mofos tips on how to stalk they victims, so to speak.
They wouldn't be having TED Talks. They'd be having Stefano Talks, honey. Because that man was when I tell you, ain't nobody stalked nobody the way Stefano used to stalk Marlena. That man was adamant about having her. And that's why it's so shocking to me that now Marlena and Stefano share grandchildren because her daughter married his son. Like, that makes I clutched my pearl so many times. I just about broke that shit when they did EJ.
Yes. Exactly. Especially because EJ made it really clear on his way out of town. Part of his assignment from his father was he was supposed to impregnate a Brady woman. And he picked Sam.
Yeah. He picked Samantha Jean.
Yeah, that was his mandate. He had things his father gave him tasks to accomplish when he showed up in Salem under that pseudonym, and when everything started going to hell and all started to get exposed and he shot John ass and was on his way out of town, he still had that one thing to check off on his list. And he selected impregnate a Brady woman, and so he selected Samantha.
And I get real sensitive natured about that kind of stuff, I would
Mm.
have been outraged.
It was a
And
mess.
then it was a check off that, oh, okay, what you got to do is get any Brady woman pregnant. And he just found one and seduced her and knocked her up. That's the kind of thing that
Not
drives me
only that,
wild.
he didn't seduce her. He held her at gunpoint and threatened Luca's life.
Yeah,
Like
he's
that
gonna let
was
Lucas die.
disgusting. He was gonna
Sleep with
let
me,
do.
or
Yeah,
Lucas is a dead man. Are we gonna let Lucas
yeah.
die in
That
that cabin under all that wood?
But wait
right.
a minute. So
That was
that's how she got.
noticed.
So that's how they got. Uh.
The twins for two different daddies.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
right. Because she slept with both of them on the same night,
So
basically.
that's why they call ADJ still a rapist to this day.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, because this was at the height of when Lumi had finally sorted out, and I'm still bitter about it all these years later. Lumi had finally sorted their shit out. They were engaged, they were happy. Kate was not a problem. They had sorted out all their bullshit, and then EJ happened, and she got pregnant, and it was a question of who she was pregnant for. Then they just decided to make it as big a mess as possible by giving one child to each man, and then it was just the rest, as they say, was history, including Will shooting his ass. But I'm disgusted that the boy wasn't a better shot. And then Lucas going to prison for it and all this other bullshit. And it was like, they just
Wait.
derailed my couple.
Yeah,
It's
it was
Wait
a
a minute.
whole hot mess. It was a whole
I
hot
am
it
so
was
laughing.
mess, darling.
it was it
You know,
was
when that
really
Will done had to shoot him, Will shot him about it. Oh my God.
yeah. And so that's kind of why when they put Lumi back together and they had Lucas kidnap her, everybody was like, "Y'all just looking for
It
excuses
was,
to shit to fuck up shit." Okay, are we not
yeah,
past this already?
yeah. I
Did
mean,
they
that's
have
how I
sex?
took it.
Did they have sex again when they was kidnapped? When he kidnapped her?
It was
No,
before. No, they had
yeah, they had
they
sex
she
before.
they had sex before, and because she was feeling on the outs of her marriage with EJ because he was doing the whole recuperation thing. One thing led to another, and her and Lucas ended up in bed together.
Well, I
And
remember that. I remember that
mhm.
part. I was talking about EJ, and I'm sorry, not EJ. What's his name? Lucas.
Lucas. So when
Mhm.
he actually had somebody holding her there. He
Yeah.
wasn't actually the one that's there. So no, they didn't have sex during that time, Sam.
Okay, that's what I
No.
was wondering. If
Mm-hmm.
if EJ and Sammy had sex the second time when they was kidnapped. So, child, that's a mess.
Mm-mm.
I can see why
Mm.
people. And I'd never watched Lumi back then, but I watched Lumi since 2019 when I started. 2018 when I started watching,
Mhm.
and I fell in love with Lumi when he came back and him and Sammy was getting together. When they was trapped in that Demira dungeon, and when they first had sex
Mm-hmm.
the first time at the Brady house, I actually fell in love with Lumi. Lumi is a ship that people probably will root for until days is done
Yep.
I was a
because
Yep.
freaking teenager when Lumi started. So yeah, I'm going down
And
with that son of a bitch.
yeah, and
right.
I was like in elementary, so and just went on and grew up with. I grew up with Lumen from a child, so yeah.
I
You
didn't,
are
but
not
I
that
fell in
young,
love with him.
Lady Sanchez. You're not fixing to sit here and tell me I'm older than you.
Well, who?
Yeah,
What happened?
I'm a baby, baby. You're right. I was born in '81. If anybody didn't know, I'm an '80s baby.
That's a goddamn lie.
Yep.
I'm telling you no lies.
What's wrong with being an '80s baby? So am I.
I thought, I thought
Well,
y'all was.
1980 exactly, but yeah.
I thought y'all was one of us. I'm sorry.
There's a generational gap right there. I was not
I
aware.
look
I'm
shocking.
a we're old. Just consider us old souls, I.
I definitely will
Yeah.
consider y'all old
I mean, but
souls.
I was right there. I told y'all I grew up with my grandma watching stories, y'all, at like 7, 8 years old. Yeah, we used to play sick and just so we can stay home and watch the stories with grandma.
I mean,
Summers and during the summers we was watching the stories because that's what we
I
called them. We
mean,
didn't call them soaps. We called them stories.
Stories.
the stories. I
Yeah.
mean, hell, my mother's point of reference for me is that she gave birth, that she went into labor right before As the World Turns was about to come on. So yeah,
Mm, wow.
Listen, she said she was watching with her grandmama when she was 7 or 8, and Lumi was getting together. I was watching Tracy Abbott getting her head pulled out the stove by Cricket. I was watching Catherine Chancellor get drunk.
Shoot. Well, here that the great part about all of that was when you were growing up and you were watching, you would ask, the grown folks, well, why is such and such, and they'll tell you, oh, girl, okay, so the reason they don't like each other, the indoctrination into the soap world in childhood is always so interesting because hell, my grandmother remember when Victor was locking Julia up in the cellar and all in the attic and all of this shit. I'd be like, are you serious, grandma? Yes. Yeah, he locked his wife up.
And
Huh? The guy with the mustache?
Victor Newman fed that man damn rats and had them cameras down there. His name was Michael. And so the Michael, him and Julia having sex. Victor Newman was trash, honey.
Exactly.
Victor Newman's still trash.
I remember when
Yes, he
Victor
is.
Newman had his dungeon. I mean, that's how long I've been watching with my parents. Yes, yes,
Talking about when he had that man down there because he thought
yes,
that was
yes.
Julia baby was Michael's, but it was his. And he made Julia fall down the stairs and she lost that baby, just like he did many years later when Nikki was pregnant with Jack Abbott's baby. He's sitting there fighting with Nikki on the stairs and she fell. Victor love pushing pregnant women down the stairs.
I remember when Nikki
When he think it's not his
jumped on
baby
a horse.
anyway.
Y'all remember when Nikki jumped on a horse when she was pregnant with Jack baby to have a miscarriage on purpose?
I
Y'all don't
remember
remember
that
that?
somewhat. I do. I remember that. See,
I
I
might have
She did.
blocked
remember
that
it
She
shit.
was
being done on
pregnant with
purpose,
Jack,
Sam.
and she did.
I
She went
remember
out.
when
She knew she was pregnant, and she went and took a ride on one of
she
them horses
did.
out there on that stable and had a miscarriage.
That's right.
Go
Something
ahead.
else
Who
was
got the
going
receipts?
on.
Who got the receipts? Somebody out
Something
there
else was going on at that time then because she
heard
was
Victor.
fighting with Victor, or she was getting back. Victor was wanting her back from Jack, and Jack wasn't having it.
Right. It was something like that. She
No,
was with Jack.
the baby that Nikki lost for for Jack, that happened because she was fighting with Victor on the stairs. The horse accident, that's how she got addicted to pills. But then they changed her pill addiction to an alcohol addiction. She was out riding trying to get over a fight or something when she fell, but she lost. She already lost that baby, I think, before that happened.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. That was two
Because I
separate.
seem to remember Jack consoling her after the miscarriage.
Right, he did console her after the miscarriage because she lost the baby, and then but that baby wasn't like a.
So is it possible that she lost the baby falling down the stairs, but took a ride on the horse to blame it on the horse?
No.
No, the
What
story,
is it?
the stair thing, because
Conflating two different things?
that's why Jack was always on Victor ass and basically always accused him of killing his child because of that fall down the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't remember the horse shit, but I might have come. But that part about her losing that baby going down the steps, that was a big deal.
That was the only time she was pregnant from Jack.
Yeah, they just had Jack Abbott III. They only had one baby, and then after they lost him, and they gave his heart to that other lady's little baby, they broke up after that, and then that was it for Jack and Nikki.
Child.
But I want to. But
Then
you know,
they wanted to fly Nikki.
but you know what? I want to say Sam is right. I want to say that Nikki had more than one miscarriage for Jack, though.
I'm trying to tell you. I recall.
I can't remember, but she was pregnant for him more than that one time. There was that baby. Yes, I don't remember the horse, but I definitely remember Nikki being pregnant for him more than once.
I don't remember the horse either. I remember her riding boots.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Newman got suited up in that equestrian gear with those beautiful, sleek riding boots that come all the way up to the knee, with whatever them spandex pants is, and them little round ball hat things that you ride horses on. Nikki Newman jumped her ass on that horse on purpose. I remember because I was disgusted. I remember that.
I'm gonna have to go search in the Google archives for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing now because
Nikki Newman miscarriages.
She's only had the one. Hold on a second.
But that's the thing, because I definitely remember Nikki having more than one miscarriage, and I know for sure it definitely wasn't for Victor.
Yeah, I remember that incident, Sam, with Jack.
I remember. I just remember that
Mm-hmm.
the reason why she did it is because she wanted Victor back and she didn't want to be tied to Jack. And I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was BS with capital B and a capital S because y'all know I'm a Jack fan. I'm an Abbott fan, actually. I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
Newman fan. I like some Newmans and I like I know they got their place. It's not like other characters where I wish they were gone, but I always identified with the Newman family as a family, really, that truly had love. Victor was always too cutthroat with his own kids for me.
The Abbots.
I always liked the Abbotts. So I
Yep.
always liked Jack, and I was mad about that. Because,
Okay, so I went to soap opera to Soap Central, and they do have a blurb in there saying that Nikki became pregnant with Jack's baby, but she fell from a horse, miscarried, injured her back, and ended up
Yep.
addicted to painkillers with alcohol chases. But that's separate from that fall down the steps.
yep,
So I think you both right.
yep, she
Mm-hmm.
did. The Bubbles is right, because she the one knew about the back problem. I didn't remember that, but I remembered the miscarriage for the horse.
Mm-hmm.
But she did that on purpose. The soap opera digest need to update that shit and correct the record. Nikki Newman ass did that on purpose.
It was
Okay,
She
yeah,
sure did.
years.
they have it listed as an accident up in here.
They
I
lies. It's lies, ma'am. Ain't it? Ain't it? Say Sanchez. It's lies. The lies. Nikki Miss Newman did that on purpose, child. I was mad at that. But it
mm,
is what it is with her little self.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Um,
Nikki was scandalous back then. I still think Nicholas is for Jack. To this day, I'm always believe it.
Lord,
I hope not.
if that ever come out, well, first that'll cause a couple of problems right there.
Right, because Nick done kissed all over Ashley. Nick, he is. He's that's I used to love Nick Newman, but in the chat y'all was talking about Nick versus Adam. I'm Adam all day, 10 times, 100 times.
I
I
know
used to
Nick is
Yep.
on
love
my
Nick.
Nick is a hoe. Dickolas could go to hell. He gonna have nerve enough to tell his brother about how we not gonna put Sally in the middle of it. Stop sleeping with your brother's exes, then and he could stop sleeping with your
Right,
He's
just
still
like
mad.
Chelsea.
No, it was only Sharon. It was only Sharon, darling. And Nick has been holding this damn torch for his brother ever since. He did that shit years ago, and Nick needs to let that go. But it's been a constant vendetta because Adam slept with his precious Sharon.
Because
Okay?
Adam and Sharon were
Lord.
in love.
That's what it was. She fell in love with Adam.
I'm
And
sitting
That's
Adam
over here
what it
Adam
rolling
was.
my
fell for
eyes
her.
because he could shut up after this, after the fact that he didn't curse Phyllis on Sharon for the rest of his life,
That's
considering how
right.
that happened. So he could shut up about his brother sleeping with
Yeah,
Sharon. That's just
Nick
ridiculous.
became dead to me after he cheated with Sharon the second time he was about to marry. The second time he cheated on Sharon with Phyllis was when right before him and Sharon was supposed to get married again,
That
and I
last
was
Hmm
looking
time. Yep.
forward to that Chick
And,
wedding because Chick was one of my OTPs.
You talking
hmm
about that time that Faith was like, listen, I'm tired of this shit. Y'all keep
Yep,
doing this back and forth.
Yep.
I can't live with this no more.
Because
that
her
time
parents
exactly.
messy. Messy is it's still messy. Like,
But they
ugh.
went along with it, and he ended up having Phyllis on the counter.
Mm.
Was he
That's
on the counter?
honestly that's part the last wedding that
Uh-huh.
didn't the last wedding that went to hell in 2018. Yeah, he ended up sleeping with Phyllis. Sharon found out about it, and I want to say, yeah, he slept with Phyllis right before Michelle Stafford came back to the role,
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
okay,
the
that's what
old
I
and
wanted to
Phyllis. It
make
was
sure
my
of.
girl. Yeah, it wasn't
yeah,
Michelle Stafford.
yeah, it was
It
right
was the
before
old
Michelle.
Phyllis.
Yeah, when Gina Tanzano was still
Gina.
Phyllis.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
if I'm
and
not mistaken, somebody correct me. It
mm,
was the worst, most mechanical looking love scene ever.
I
I
wasn't
enjoyed
feeling
the
it.
love scene. I
I
enjoyed
wasn't
it.
feeling it. Well,
And
I guess I'm biased because I was pissed off for Sharon. So I'm probably not
yeah,
the best
that's
person
what
to
it
judge
was.
it.
That's what it was. We was all mad. I didn't think it was mechanical. But the case was Billy took payback. He went over there and slept with her daughter.
But
Now you see,
listen,
we don't get no,
I
we don't talk
believe
about that no more.
I believe that Gina Tanodi was recasted because she had absolutely no chemistry with Josh Barrow.
But she had chemistry with everybody. She had chemistry with Jack because I wanted her back with Jack.
Wasn't that Gina Tanoni's Phyllis that had sex with Nick, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere inappropriate? It was an office somewhere or something before he was supposed to marry Sharon. That was
Yeah,
Gina
that was
Tanoni.
on the counter. He had
That
her
Girl,
was
right
on the
there on
counter.
the
That was in the
counter.
kitchen.
In the
That was
kitchen,
on.
on
That
the
was that was in
kitchen
the that was in
counter.
the kitchen.
y'all
Mm.
thought that shit was hot?
I mean, it was all right. I mean, I guess.
It
I
was
don't know.
garbage.
I didn't need a drink of water when it was over, but I was just so mad that they was doing this again because
Again, to
Nick
Sharon,
Nick
yes.
cannot apparently Nick cannot if in any circumstance Nick has to cheat on Sharon with Phyllis and then he has to cheat on Phyllis with Sharon. So it's just I was like, you know what? I'm sick of you. I don't want. I was like Nick. They just need to make Nick a monk. He don't need to be with no damn body.
And then
I
what
was
he
through
did
with him.
is when it hurt us all, and when it gave Sally the dick.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was done.
I'm
Yeah.
that
How
whole
dare he?
little triangle right there is about to gonna piss me off, especially with everything that's gonna be going down this week because it's like, I'm sorry, Nick Newman is not worth the trouble because
So
Nick
what's
comes
going
with
on
nothing
with
but
Y&R this week?
okay. So today, Sally and Adam had their talk where she basically turned him down again because she felt like part of his reason for coming for getting her to meet him for dinner was because it bothers him that she's with Nick more than whatever's going on between them. So now I'm not gonna
Mm,
make excuses. I'm not gonna make excuses for Adam. He fucked shit up with him and Sally all on his own,
Yep.
and
mhm,
that wasn't nobody else's fault. He made shitty choices. He
Mm.
had a
mhm.
okay. So I don't blame her for making it hard on him. But then what's gonna happen tomorrow is Nick is gonna show his. So apparently Adam stays his ass on the rooftop all night, drinking champagne and being depressed as fuck. And Nick takes his raggedy ass over there.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yes, he is. He's gonna take his ragged ass over there to go talk to Adam about how we're not gonna do this thing where Sally ends up in the middle between the two of us fighting, and Adam is just like
Trash.
Adam is just like, you know what? It's like, oh, well, what took you so long to get here? You couldn't find your cape, huh? Since
Mhm.
you're such a better person than me. In my world, no, you're not really a better person if you're sleeping with the woman your brother's in love with. Whether
Yep.
you like
Right.
your brother or not, that's a trashy ass thing to do, no matter who's doing it. And my
Trash.
thing is, what I think Sally is about to get a taste of is that life or a relationship with Nicholas Newman is no easier than a relationship with Adam Newman
Yeah.
because Summer pays her a visit and it's a nasty one. On top of Victoria telling Nick that he wants to fire Sally from the Newman media position and give it to Nate
Stop.
instead.
Mm.
Yes,
Wait.
because
I told
because
you when Summer found out it was gonna be some shit.
it was. Of course it is. Girl, wait. Summer ass was on that bullshit tomorrow. She gonna tell Sally of all people that my father deserves a relationship that's decent and clean and honest. I'm like, Summer, who are you talking about? I know you're not talking about your regular ass Paul.
Wait a minute. Summer had the nerve to be talking down to Sally like that.
Yes, basically
Wait a
saying
minute.
that
About Nick.
basically telling Sally that her father doesn't deserve to get caught up with someone like her. I said, honey, you got to flip that. No, you mean Sally don't deserve to be caught up with nobody like your ragged ass.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you.
And wait a minute.
That
Who in the
part.
hell is? Hold on. Who in the hell is Sally to talk after she fucked her mama's boyfriend?
that's what I'm like. I'm sitting over here looking at Summer like, Summer, you my girl. I like you, but
So what does
none of y'all just
We
came
don't
out.
get a
mean?
chance to talk about that, Sam. See, all of that happening. You better not be caught out there into it talking about Sammy and Billy little hookup, his revenge, because it was just a revenge fuck to him after what Phyllis did to him with Nick.
Yep.
But we don't get to talk about that,
I mean,
Sam.
and tomorrow Sally's a. she handles it better than I would have because I'd have laughed in her face and told her to get the fuck out of my office. She basically just told someone, well, your dad is an adult. Why don't you let him make his own choices like he let you make yours? And just basically left it at that because she knows it's not a good place to be antagonistic with Nick's daughter. But that's what I mean. Nick ass is, aside from his own over inflated sense of ego, he has
Yeah.
nothing but baggage because that's all her entire life is gonna be dealing with him. Summer
Yep.
in her face. She'll be lucky if Sharon ain't in her face. As soon as Nikki get her head out of the ground trying to pin Diane, Diana be in her face.
He'll
Phyllis
be
to be in her face. Victor be in her face.
Nikki. Yep.
Victoria wants to fire her already because she
Yeah.
wants to give the position to Nate. Nick being with Nick Newman is not worth all the trouble, honey.
She may as well go on back to Adam. Like, what in the
That or
world?
be single. That or be
Yeah.
single. So yes, Y&R is actually. And I agree with what Nick said. Nick is gonna say he's like, well, wait, you're trying to give Nate a job to what? Repay him for not selling you out to Devon and them and telling them that you was the one who he was plotting with? And she was like,
That's
no,
what she get
because
fired Sally for.
that exactly. And the thing is, Nick stupid ass said one thing right. He's like, look, Nate already done showed what he would do to his family in their company in a circumstance. Are you trying to tell me that's who you really want working over here with us?
Victoria dumb. What she
Victoria's
got so
stupid.
damn dumb? I thought she
Victoria,
was a better businesswoman than that, darling.
I've
the
been
only
y'all Victoria stupid. This Victoria Newman anyway.
she is.
Yes, this one.
This Victoria Newman.
Yep.
No shade to the young lady that's been playing her now for some 15, 20 years. I ain't kept up with it because sometimes I really do just let my mind go to a place where that's Heather Tom in those scenes. And sometimes
Yeah.
I cringe because I'm like, Heather Tom can look good at that. But so I've been trying to accept this girl that came over here from All My Children, but it's always been a hard buy for me. And her Victoria Newman just don't move like the Victoria Newman I grew up with. The Victoria Newman I grew up with would be doing all this silly shit that we talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She is she is different. But my thing is the only reason I'm willing to tolerate this mess of her putting Nate in there is I want
Ooh.
her and Nate to get together. Because him and Elena are done. Elena left him. They're finished. So I want him to hook up with Victoria because ain't nothing better. The only thing better than two characters I like being together is two characters I can't stand holding it down. Get them asses together. Get it together.
So what you call it? Boss put on Twitter the snake and the cobra or something like that.
Put them two vipers together. They deserve
Yeah.
it. Look, they deserve each other, and Victoria's judgment is shitty. It really, really is terrible. So I say, you know
Mm.
what? Then let her go ahead and do that because Tucker's still sitting there laying in the cut like I know what I'm up to 24
And
7. But no,
he know what Victoria he knows Victoria is what I heard.
That's what I heard.
Yes, he did. He
Yeah.
figured it out in 2 seconds. As soon as Audra, who is Tucker's inside woman on this whole thing, as soon as she told him what Nate said, he was like, but
Mm-hmm.
Nate didn't say who it was. He's like, I bet it was Victoria. She a lot like her
Mm-hmm.
daddy. And he's like, so she looked like she might be. This might end up being more interesting than I thought. He didn't need nobody
Mm.
that spoon feed it to him. He knew it in 2 seconds.
Mm.
Shoot.
Mm.
So
Mm. Mm. Wow. So do we think that what's the secret that he's holding over Diane? Are we still going with this paternity business with Kyle or what?
I don't know. Everybody is speculating what is he holding over Diane's head to keep her in his hip pocket? Because now supposedly Diane is supposed to confess something to Jack this week, but they don't say what. It sure in the
Mm.
hell cannot be that Kyle is not his son. I know that
Stop
for
it.
sure.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
It's speculation at this point, but
What
Tucker
you
has
think, darling? Come
something.
on. What you think? I mean, with everything playing off, what do you think, Diane? What do you think he could be holding over her head? Come on, give me
I
something.
don't know. I'm assuming. The only thing I could assume is that she got up to some pretty sketchy shit in the 10 years that she was gone from Genoa City, and he knows about it because keep in mind, um, what's his name? Your boy from Passions, Sam from Passions. He is
Yeah.
supposed to come. He's been cast to come in, and he is supposed to be he is supposed to, oh, James Hyde. He is supposed to be
A doctor?
someone from, well, no, someone from
Oh.
Diane's past while she was away from Genoa City. So that means he obviously has
Mm.
something to do with Diane, and he probably has something to do with Tucker. And it's a
Mm.
recurring role. So this is not a one and done.
Oh, he
He's
the
supposed
pappy.
to,
We
yeah.
finna have us a who the pappy.
Jeremy Stark. His name is, the character's name is Jeremy Stark. So my first thing is, so supposedly he shares a connection with Diane during her time away from Genoa City. So I'm curious.
And
So
she left
obviously,
when Kyle was really, really young, right, darling?
yes, she did. When
Okay.
when the whole who killed Diane Jenkins shit happened. I
Mhm.
mean, was it Kyle in elementary school?
Yeah, Kyle had to been no more than like 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. So if it was another man in the picture, it could be safely say she knew him at that time, or when she left, that's who she connected with and may have been involved with this whole time. Because my next question to be, if it's not a paternity regarding Kyle, then what could she have done so bad that it would affect her home and whatever she started or built in Genoa City? You see what I'm saying? Because whatever dirt she was getting into in California doesn't really matter unless it's affecting something with her and her life and the people around her in JC. You see what I'm saying?
That's
So
the
what?
part that I don't understand.
Yeah. So they making it big then.
I'm curious. I really am
Now
curious.
me
Oh,
wanting to
the
come back.
other the other thing that's supposed to be interesting tomorrow at the end, Devon goes to see Nate. See, this is why you don't never want to live across the hall from your people. I would never want to live across the hall or across the street from my own family for just this reason. When y'all don't want to see each other, you always
Yeah.
got to see each other. So he come over there and he's like, I need you to give me a full explanation of what happened, because Tucker denied to Devon that he was the one that Nate was colluding with. So
Mm.
Devon still wants that info. He still wants to know who Nate was getting ready to sell them out to. But
Yeah.
Nate is not going to tell him because he's trying to land that job over at Newman. So he's
Yeah.
not going to sell Victoria, Viper ass out. So I have to wonder what the hell he going to tell him.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And whatever, even if he don't sell Victoria out yet, I mean, how long is it going to take before Victoria sells him out for the better deal?
I mean, it's common sense. If she fires Sally tomorrow and give Nate the job, Nate don't. This is the thing that killed me. Nate don't have no goddamn business experience. He's a doctor. Okay, he's
Yeah,
not some. He's not some Gordon Gecko maverick who can just take your company to the heights. He's a doctor. He's a doctor who can't do surgery anymore. So somebody would have to explain to me, like I'm stupid, why did you give him a CEO position over one of your subsidiaries when you know he doesn't have great business experience like the person you just fired,
thank
unless
you.
you owed him something. So as far as I'm
Thank
concerned,
you.
her giving Nate the job is as good as her saying, yeah, I was his co-conspirator.
Wow. Victor, Lord have mercy.
It's stupid.
It is,
Child.
Bubbles. Like what?
But
It's
and Nick is
Bubbles.
trying to tell her that, but she's not hearing it. But
Oh
whatever.
my gosh. She's so silly. I'm sick of Victoria. They backburned Victor Newman for us to tolerate that madness. That's what they did.
They
and
went
what
That's
to
you
what
all
they
that for to
Victor
did.
ain't
backburn
doing
the
except
great
for
Victor
holding
Newman.
Victor ain't doing that but holding Nikki's purse while she's sitting up here chasing down Diane.
Thirsting for Diane.
Bro,
Yeah.
what the hell is Victor? I don't want to see Victor doing that.
That's not
Nikki needs
Victor.
to
Come
add her
on.
another Arturo.
Oh Lord.
She do.
Oh my
She
God.
round. She must not be getting anything at home because she is running around here like a just like a crazy person after a whole nother woman trying to run her out of town. Like, lady, go get a climax and get a life somewhere, please. She needs another Arturo. Arturo was the one that had an open relationship, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got no. This is back to the no gigolo problem. I'm telling you, it's the worst mistake Wynall has ever made. They trying to reform Nicholas, so he's not the resident gigolo. But they need to go ahead and give that hat to somebody else.
Well, who
They
in the
They
need
hell
some.
say
they should
Nicholas
have
ain't
left
the resident
Arturo.
gigolo? He's a hoe. Of course
Oh,
he's
he's
the
a hoe, but
resident.
listen.
They need somebody that's not kin to anybody on
Yeah,
set. Arturo was
exactly.
a good fit for that. They
Oh,
should have
he
kept
sure
him.
was.
They
And
should
he
have
was,
kept him.
I loved him. Arturo and Mia, to me, those two was gold. I don't
Yeah.
know. They just was just not having it, but that's one of the reasons why I quit Y&R.
I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, the
Mia
gigolo really,
Rosales.
it need
When
to
they
be
let
like
Mia
Brad Carlton,
Rosales
not
go,
related to nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
shy. So now this new guy that's coming in, maybe he's not related to nobody. Maybe he can dick everybody down.
You listen too much. You asking for too much now for young.
I know you
Hey,
really are.
listen. Everybody, listen. I'm trying to get everybody laid. I want the villains to get laid. I want the hoes to get laid. I want the preachers to get laid. I just want everybody to be happy and relaxed.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You got to go over there to Days and get that, darling. They
Exactly.
not
Listen.
doing it like that.
Days
So
is the show where everybody has sex.
y'all know when Eric and Nicole bust it down. Y'all know they gonna make that real
Yeah,
hot, right?
yeah, they already a step ahead. I was like, Rafe, I know. So hold on. So wait a second. So
Y'all.
this is what I got to tell Rafe. Baby, missed it and came full circle. You knew what time it was. You knew what it was. You knew what it was when you was sitting up there when Ava, baby, when they domesticated Ava. I didn't like it, but they did. But how you gonna domesticate the mafia princess, right? But she cooking your food. She riding you in the morning. She riding you in the middle of the night. She bringing you food at the police station. But you wanted to dig down the coal on the side. Well, guess what? Eric is back and she making her rounds, boo boo. So
Listen, sister, did you
yeah.
say that Misty was making the rounds?
Oh yeah, baby.
Hold
Cause since
on.
everything left, let me tell you. So since everything left, she didn't had Xander. She went to EJ. Now she with
Hmm.
Ray. Eric is back, baby. Misty didn't come full circle, baby. And he's sitting up there had the nerve to just mistreat her the way he did today. Now you know she is gonna go crying to Eric. She is gonna go to the preacher, girl. That I tell anybody, look here, y'all say what y'all want about Misty, but she's Eric's hoe, okay? She is for Eric.
Listen, Misty Circles has come full motherfucking circle since Fred
Yes,
left and came back. Misty
yes,
Circles has made the rounds from
yes.
Xander to EJ to Rafe.
That's right.
Misty Circles has made the circles back around. I tell you, hoes need love too. But
I'm
listen,
telling you,
when that love scene come, it's gonna be something because those two actors have a lot of chemistry, a lot of sexual
they
chemistry.
do. They do. And when they get together, like even today, when they just on set together, and he's such a brooder. I mean, he Eric, when he's upset about something, he's in his feelings about something, and now his mother is Marlena's on her deathbed, and he's brooding, and when he's brooding like this, then Nicole, she always know what he need, and she said that today, and he was like, it was almost like a design, like destiny for you to be here, because I didn't know what I was gonna do and where I was want to
Yes,
go,
you
and
know what? I did pick that up that they did use the word destiny in Days Today.
hmm
Oh goodness, is
Yes,
that
they
no? Is
did.
that true?
I scream.
Um,
he
she said
did.
that's the word was actually used. I was like, oh my god,
For
I
the
scream.
first
destiny.
time, and I don't think it was used in a sickening way like they have mistreated it on Bose, because we don't get those kind of destiny bullshit on Days. But those two together always come back together. I mean, they have their love story is so unique. He saved her.
Well, I
He was
tell
the
you
priest,
what.
she was the hoe. And that connection right there, can't nobody, that's why I'm like, look, bro, look, Rafe, you knew what it was. You cheated on her with her best friend to have that. You
Yep,
knew it was coming back to
I
you. You
I'm
knew
so
it was
happy about
coming
it.
back to you.
Who mad that Rafe about to be treated like because he Ava was the best thing that ever happened to Rafe in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. And he
So
dogged the girl.
well until the hoe started shaking her tail feather. This is
Yeah,
one thing about the Misty Circles. Like I said, I know hoes need love too,
Oh,
but
yeah.
oh,
that hoe ain't no
to the uninitiated who don't know, Misty Circles was Nicole's porn star name back when she used to do a little something strange for some change on the side way back in
all
the
the
day when she
time.
was much younger.
Misty Circles.
That's who. So when we say Misty Circles, we talking about old school Nicole.
Nicole. Yeah.
Nicole
So
with the
Misty
Hispanic
Circles has come full
What was
circle.
that, Bubbles?
Nicole with the Hispanic brother who was actually had a black daddy. That Nicole.
Yeah, that Nicole. Which
Who
nobody
is?
ever really explained. Which nobody ever. Yeah, I always wonder how the hell Brandon is your brother, girl? Because I didn't see
Oh.
your mama. I didn't see your supposed daddy. So the math ain't mathing, but you know what? It's Salem.
No, Faye had an affair. Brandon is Abe's son.
I know. That's what I mean. But before that came out, I was like, the math not mathing, but I'm gonna be quiet.
I knew that's what it was. I didn't know that he was Abe's son, but I knew that they could not have had the same daddy because that man, first of all, is damn Hispanic. Can we address that first? How the actor who played Brandon is Hispanic, but they made him a black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some questionable 1990s bullshit that they could have never
But y'all
pulled
know
off
what?
today.
Spanish people is black too. There are, what do they
That's
call
right.
them?
There are brown
Um,
brothers
There
and
are, yes,
sisters. Yeah, that's
there
right.
are, there are.
what is it?
Hold on. I
Afro.
know that. I get that. I understand that. But you're not gonna tell me that you're gonna have they could have got A Martinez to come in and be his daddy if they wanted him. I mean, to be a person of color. Abe Carver, a black man with no Hispanic background, is the father to a man who looks like his father may have grown up south of the border. I have a mix of people in my family. You know, I shook the family tree all the way back to the owners. And as much as we got intermixed with the melanin unmelanated people, did none of us come out looking like Mexicans?
Well, I guess that was as closest to white as they was gonna get, you know? Right? Because he still is mixed. I mean, his mama was Stefano Jamira's daughter. So she is. So his mother was mixed. So
No, girl, we talking about
which
Brandon.
one?
No,
Who?
no, we talking about Brandon Walker, Nicole's half brother.
I'm sorry,
Well,
my
so
bad.
who is Brandon Walker's mama?
Faye Walker.
Faye
Faye.
Walker.
So him and Nicole got the same mama.
Him and Nicole got
Oh,
the same mama and different names.
Okay, so they both moms of the kid. Their mother is Caucasian.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, and his father is Abe Carver,
Yes.
but
yes.
he looks Spanish.
You don't know what he looks like?
Very
Tell me he looks.
I don't
Spanish.
know. I have no idea who this character is.
Hold on. Let me pull up Brandon Walker right now. So
Yeah,
you
and just so there's no confusion, Faye was blonde. Okay, she was, blonde, straight up Caucasian. She does not look like she was multiracial at all. So it was like,
And
okay,
and
I
and
so
Abe and Abe is black. So
yeah,
but
this was
that's what
some
I
'90s
mean.
level shit.
That's what I mean. The cream is the coffee is gonna be creamed, but it could be light cream or dark cream. And
no, ma'am. I'm gonna show you a picture of Brandon and Lexi because Brandon and Lexi was having an affair.
Macy,
Like Lexi, girl,
Lexi,
Lexi
Lexi,
and Brandon
Lexi.
had an
Okay,
affair.
Lexi, and
Yeah,
Brando.
okay.
Brandon.
Wait a minute. Who is Lexi? Lexi is Abe. Was Abe's wife?
Yes, honey.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Stefano's
Abe's
daughter.
wife was
She's
having an affair.
Theo's
Stefano's daughter
mother.
was Celeste.
Yeah.
Celeste is her mama, and that's right. So I even found a picture of Faye. So here go Faye. Let me figure out how to get to sharing this screen again. Cause y'all, I didn't buy that shit when they tried to sell it to me back in the 90s. Even when they said that Faye was his mom, I was like, she stole him. She was the damn nanny, and she stole a baby. Because you're not gonna tell me that that's her kid. That this woman right here is Faye Walker. Y'all see this?
Yep.
It always takes me to this little bit picture.
Yeah, the blonde right there in the blue shirt.
Yep.
this is Nicole and Brandon's mama. And then
We all
here
know they.
go here go Brandon.
With his fine ass.
Like this is Brandon over years when he was with Sammy. This man don't look nobody's black.
Okay, well, yeah, no, he's actually like a white, because you can have white Mexicans, white Puerto Ricans, so he is actually not wouldn't be considered a black Latino or Hispanic.
Right. He
I
So
don't
think
look
he can
like
no,
he.
go. I think he can go for a light Hispanic, but he was not supposed to be
well,
Hispanic. He
he's
was supposed to
considered
be
white.
mixed.
No.
He
So
would
it
be
was
considered
weird.
white in the Hispanic race. He would just be a white
But
Hispanic.
but I think that's the point. He wasn't supposed to be Spanish. Is this man Spanish?
Mike,
Yeah,
What the that
yeah, he's literally his name is Matt Sandino. He is literally a man of. Let me pull up his heritage so I'm not lying about nothing.
because
Okay.
he
you know what?
looked.
Now that I think about it, I think that's part of it. That's a mess. It's because the thing is, Paul Mendez, who was supposed to Nicole's daddy.
The pimp.
Brandon looked like he could have been for him, but he don't in no shape, way, or form look like he could have been for Abe.
Right,
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
made it a mess.
right. He did
Oh,
not
okay.
look like he was Abe's son.
Yeah.
That was my point. Um, so his father is Afro-Cuban, and
Oh, Cuban. That's right. That's what he looked like.
his mother is Irish English. English. So his mom
Okay.
white and his daddy is a mixed Cuban,
Yeah.
and he's from Washington State. So Washington State, how they get up there? Okay, we everywhere. But so the fact that they made Abe his dad, I was like, y'all doing this wrong. Y'all doing this wrong way. Somebody who's white don't understand how. I mean, mm-mm. Y'all ain't even doing it right. Y'all not doing it right. But yes, honey, at one point they thought that he was Lex's baby daddy. When he
Oh,
when the Theo
stop that.
and he was Theo's
Yes,
daddy,
ma'am.
Lexi was fucking around. Honey. Oh, remember that time Lexi was fucking around with Abe's brother and she was having them dreams about him in the parking garage? That's when they would have them Days of Our Lives at Night episodes. Girls, we
Stop.
were all hot. And she was like, and he was taking his shirt off and stuff, and it was all hot and sweaty. Girl, Lexi Demira was a hoe. Ah! When they
Mm,
changed her, because Abe and Lexi was about the same age. He was a little bit older than her, but they was about the same age when they created the character Lexi. And then, because they had about 3, 4, 5 different people playing Lexi, and she went from being about 35 in the 80s to being about 30 in the night. Like she de-aged, she aged backwards. But she wasn't always like that until she became Stefano's daughter, and then they turned her into a hoe.
So who is her mom?
Celeste, my baby. Celeste, honey. I love that woman. I ain't trying to do her accent because I know her accent when her accent. But honey, Celeste mama was the shit. Stefano, how in the hell he had time for Marlena when Celeste was sitting there being a whole ass goddess? Let me show you this woman. She was the voodoo queen of Salem, honey. Oh, look, they got a picture of them together.
Stop
Together.
it.
Let me show you Stefano.
Celeste Stefano.
Let me show you Stefano and his best baby mama. I said
God, not the best one.
the best baby mama.
oh yes. Oh
Look,
yes.
look at this.
Ooh,
Celeste
Celeste,
is
I figured
definitely his
Celeste.
best baby
Oh
mama.
yes, that was his queen, baby. He loved himself some Celeste.
Celeste was the best baby mama. Look at her. Look at this queen. Let me go.
Yes,
Y'all see this lady on this screen? This is
I
what I'm
see her.
talking
she was like a New Orleans hoodoo lady or something like that. Yeah, she was good. Oh, Sam, it was a beautiful, girl.
about.
It was a
Breathe.
beautiful
Yeah.
love story.
Stefano, I feel the
And then,
heat.
and then they got the nerve to have our Lonnie in goddamn prison.
Girl, stop
I just
that
get so
shit.
angry when I think
And
about it.
took our little biracial children away from the show, girl.
Well, the kids is coming back with Eli.
For December, but that's it.
I know. I just can't believe that they got Lonnie locked away. At least they didn't kill her like they did Abigail.
Yeah, that's true.
She could be dead.
That's true.
She could
She
be dead.
could be dead. Yep. Cause so we
And
can
she,
always get a recast later on down the line. Cause like Bubba say, she could be dead.
Well, yeah, we like to do recasts and stuff, but you know, they have to be careful when they recasting in these ships because sometimes the chemistry change and it
Yeah,
changed the magic. You feel me?
that's right. Oh
it
So
yeah.
does.
we, you know, they if they gonna recast, they better make sure that her and um what's his name? Lamont Archie.
Eli.
Lamont Archie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they better make sure that she would have smoking chemistry with him like Sal.
Because it was
I mean,
told.
that would be
I
half the reason to recast the shoot.
Well,
I,
I was told we're gonna get a when he comes back, like we're gonna have a different actor. Like we're gonna lose Eli too, but the actor who plays this Eli is supposed to be coming back next year to Salem as a new character. So I don't know.
no, no, no. Why do they keep doing this in Salem? Do you know how confused? It makes me confused when I have to sit and watch and Eric and Rex all on the screen at the same time because Rex used to be Brady and Brady used to be Ethan. And Eric used to be somebody else too. And I just can't handle having them on the screen at the same time. That's why I need Marlena to hurry up and get the fuck better because the three of them together in a room, my brain short circuits because Rex is calling Kate mama and
Mm-mm.
mom and daddy, but when he was my Brady, and so he ought to really be calling John and Marlena mama and daddy. And Belle is over here in damn Port Charles with other people who come in to be other people, but they the same people because they just reusing characters and just expecting us to get over this shit. Y'all, they gotta stop because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep making
Yeah.
my brain go with
It's the one. It is the one thing I will say that CBS soaps do not do religiously is recycle people on the same canvas.
Yes.
Is it's
I
giving
agree.
strength. I mean, like case in point, to this day, I be looking when the way I remember when they bought all the Carlys ended up coming back to General Hospital as different people. I was looking at Sarah Brown, and then I was looking at Tamara Brown. I was like, I don't know who you are, bitch, but you look like Carly to me.
Right. Exactly. That's
I
what
saw
they
it.
need not do. I mean, General Hospital did it with
Carmen.
Roger Howard just recently with
Several times. Mm.
yeah, and I love the actor, so I'm glad they brought him back. And I wasn't watching during the Franco when Franco was even a character, so it doesn't bother me that much. But it really would upset me if they had multiple characters come back as other people, like on Days with Alex and Ben.
Did we let Ken Cam back in? Somebody say, "Kel, was that how long? It was a long time ago."
Oh,
Y'all
let's
have
see.
to let me know these things. You know that I be multitasking. I was
Just
just
saw it myself, Bubbles. I just saw it myself.
y'all know I was just showing y'all them people. I was
Can't say I don't understand why nobody sees me out here yelling.
Oh,
Sorry,
Ken
Ken.
Can.
Yeah, we got to get
Well,
Sorry,
since
Ken
Ken
in the house.
Can.
well, yeah, well, since that and
Mm.
since we've
There she
gotten
goes. She
into
in the
the
house.
oh, screw
okay, since we've
I'm so sorry,
okay,
girl.
and it looks like since we've gotten past 8, are we ready to chop it up about the show that has fallen into last place because they on Fubi?
No, not
Because
yet. I want to ask a question first. Did anybody have a chance to check in on Holly Oaks like I suggested?
I got it saved to my list, and I'll probably start on it tonight because I see they got 2 seasons in there, like 57 and 56, and it's a whole bunch in there. So I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
give
I
them a
didn't know
start.
where to
I'm
start. I didn't know where to start, Bubba. So I'm like, should I start from like kind of like from the beginning and work my way up, or are we starting from
Yeah,
yeah?
just
I'm gonna have to start from the beginning if I'm gonna start it.
yeah, start from the beginning. It only lets you go so far back. So whatever it is that's showing that's getting ready to expire, go ahead and watch those first. Once you get a couple of episodes under your belt, you're gonna fall right into it. But that clip that I posted for you guys to watch of
Was
Brita,
that the mental lady?
I was telling y'all that Brita would sit Sheila Carter down in the corner somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Your introduction to Holly Oaks is that crazy ass bitch right there. She's dead though, and she died like 3 or 4 seasons ago.
Oh, terrible.
Fast in Holly Oaks. They had this man, his daddy was trying to steal his wife from him, and his daddy was a doctor. And then he had this sister that came to town that I'm not sure if she was his sister because she was kind of weird with their daddy, but their daddy was weird anyway. But so their daddy was a doctor and he was slipping his son medicine to make him go crazy and lose his sight. And he drove his son to the point where his wife left him, y'all, and went and took up with his daddy. So she divorced her husband and started dating his daddy. Like it was
Oh
a
my
whole.
gosh. Wow.
That's how bad that he wanted Tony's wife, honey. He sat there and drugged that man and made him crazy. He was having roid rage episodes where he was yelling at people and breaking shit. She was like, Tony, I don't understand what's going on with you. You've never been like this before. He's like, shut up, woman. Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
I was crazy. I know the people over there, they'd be like,
Lord, this sounds more hyped up than Life and Times of a She-Devil. Woo!
tell you, Holly Oaks, when they bring it, they bring it. I think if you want to see the serial killer storyline, you're probably going to have to look for those episodes on YouTube because they're not on Hulu no more. But I want to say they do like 2 episodes a day. It's something weird. That's why they have so many episodes out and everything moves fast. Oh, the black people. Y'all, the black people are so delicious. I think the family is gone now. But that black family was delicious because there were these triplets, and their mama didn't know that she had triplets, but she knew that she had one of her kids. And then the other kid came, and so she thought she had twins, but her daddy was a preacher. He didn't tell her nothing about these babies. And so these kids came to town with this grudge on their shoulder because she got the one kid with her, but the other 2 kids got given away. They know nothing about them 2 kids. They came to town wrecking everybody's shit up, and then they were like, surprise, mother. Yes, that's right. I said mother. Like they really ripped some shit up.
Oh, some real soap opera shit.
Yeah, that sound real soapy delicious right there. I can get into that.
Yeah, this right here is a real soap opera. They had angst with the gay people, angst with the straight people, angst with the crazy people, everybody. I love me some fucking Holly Oaks.
Yeah, I'm definitely, like I said, I already got it
I'm gonna have to
saved.
start watching some of it.
I'm definitely gonna either start tonight or in the morning because I go to Hulu on Tuesdays for my Handmaid Tale. So I can probably start binging tonight or either tomorrow on Hollyoaks and get caught up for tomorrow's yard.
I got a question. Is
Yeah.
Hulu $5?
Is what
No,
Is
it's
what
it went up.
$5?
It's like
Hulu.
$8.99. If you That's why I wrote that deal. I got that $13.99 deal with Disney and Hulu together. It comes with Disney, Hulu, and ESPN, but I
had
don't
that,
watch
but I don't.
sports.
Yeah, I
Now
had it, but I never
the
watched
better
Disney, and I don't watch
the
ESPN.
the
Yeah, I don't
better
watch
deal if you
ESPN
could
either.
catch it is the Black Friday one. Every Black Friday they do the same deal where they will offer Hulu for what the hell was that? Oh,
so?
dragging
Somebody
ass.
phone.
Yeah, my work phone. Forget that. So I'm off the clock. Um, they do a deal every Black Friday where you can get Hulu for 12 months for $1 a month.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah, every
girl, let
Black
me start
Friday. Yeah,
to get
every
that
Black
on.
Friday they do this. But of course, and I know people who actually they sign up for that deal. They cancel their Hulu before they
Yeah, and
cancel it
then
because
sign
it's
up.
only
Yes.
yeah. Then they sign up. So that's one way to get Hulu at like a premium. But it has to be a different email address each
I was
time
gonna
you
right,
do
say
it.
it's
right.
probably gonna have
That's
to
the
be a
one.
different email,
That's the
and
caveat.
I
So
think
yeah,
I
you just
probably have
create
used
a
both for
Gmail
now.
account to say
Yeah,
Hulu at
just create.
gmail.com.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Also,
Mhm.
if you have Verizon, because I have Verizon, I just changed my phone plan to the 5G plan more or something like that. And it's $70 a month, but I get that Disney bundle, the Disney Plus, Hulu, and
Yeah.
ESPN. That I get that for free. And I don't even watch the ESPN, but I got it. And
Yeah,
Right.
something else,
yeah.
oh, I get Google Play with it, and I get something else, something music based. I get so, and then there's a package above that where you get that plus a bunch of storage. And if you want the internet from Verizon, it's $25 a month for the internet, all of that stuff. So if you have Verizon,
Mm.
go and look at the packages that they are offering now, their new packages, and see if you qualify. If you change, if you probably might get a better deal if you look at the packages they have now and really think about what you need for your phone usage, and then just get one of them packages, and then you got that stuff for free.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not going to never do that.
Oh, Bubbles,
I'm
we
not
need
never
you
going
to
to upgrade.
become a
Listen,
Verizon spokesperson, girl.
honey,
right,
I've
because
been with Verizon since 2014.
Girl, we
yeah,
need you to become the spokesperson and just go on and get you a check because you just summed it all up like you
oh,
sold me.
because I
You just,
certainly won't be upgrading. I mean, listen, I started looking at Bubbles cross-eyed in my phone. Like, no, ma'am. I said I wanted to get Hulu for free, and I am not upgrading. I pay $8.99 before I do that, but
But
I'm
if
gonna get a
your
free
phone
trial.
service is cheaper, what if your phone service is cheaper?
No, my phone service can't get cheaper. I have a legacy phone service with.
Oh, yeah. No, no, no. Don't touch that. Now,
Oh
if
yeah, I'm
you got
not.
a legacy phone service, don't fuck with that shit, because what you got, you ain't never gonna get no more.
And I
You're
Don't.
know, and
definitely
it's not gonna get
right.
any cheaper.
Advice
And
is not for legacy phone people. This advice is for those of us who fucked up our legacy phone deals.
correct,
Now we
correct.
got to keep shopping shit every year. That's what this advice is for, not for you, Sam. Don't listen.
Exactly. That's
mm.
why I was just like, nope, won't be doing that. But I will find a promo because you know how the banks sometimes will have perks or whatever. I'm gonna find a perk somewhere to get Hulu so I can start watching Hollyoaks. If I can get it for free for a month, I get in everything you're
Shit,
doing for
go to
Black Friday.
Google. Just go into your Google search and just type in Hulu perks or Hulu specials,
Oh, I
Hulu
am
deals.
going to Hulu for
Hey,
free.
Bubba,
Hi.
I'm
how long has Holly Oaks been on TV or Hulu or whatever?
What's that now?
How long has it been on? Because I've never heard of it.
Holly Oaks has been on for about 25, 30 years.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
and
the
I've heard of it. A lot of
I've
people
heard
that
of it.
watch Bold and the
I've heard
Beautiful
of
watch
like
it.
that EastEnders and Coronation Street.
I've
That's like
heard
the
I've heard of those two. I have never heard of Holly Oaks or Holy Oaks
Oh,
or.
I've heard of Hollyoaks. Yeah, I
Yeah,
Mm.
haven't watched them.
Holly Oaks is. I got into Holly Oaks a couple of years ago. Why did I get into Holly Oaks? I think I was mad at either Young and the Restless or the Bold and the Beautiful or something, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I know there's other soap operas out here doing stuff, and I started looking around, and I saw people were talking about Holly Oaks and
Yep.
how they had a serial killer coming around, slicing
Mm-hmm.
people up, and they didn't know who it was. And I was like, yep, I'm fixing to get into this. And
Right.
about the time I got into Holly Oaks, that's when they had all them beautiful black people on the screen too. That
Mm.
whole like, girl, and Tony's daddy was trying to steal his woman. Like, I loved me some Holly Oaks. And so I've probably been watching it off and on now for about 3 or 4 years. Yeah. Maybe about two. No, yeah, about 3 years now. Because I want to say when I started, it was season 25 or 26. It's a good show. They have some, they don't have any full episodes on YouTube, but you can see clips of Holly Oaks on YouTube.
Okay.
The gay people have a wonderful life on Hollyoaks too. I be jealous sometimes, like, why they stuff always come out so nice like that? And then they'll throw some shit at them, and then you be like, oh well.
that's because they actually write for them. Or like over here, they have Days is doing the best at it so far. The people on CBS, they just on wine, they just languishing. So
So
I
Simone is in
So
YouTube.
speaking of that, because I was real surprised that they did that. Darling, they got oh, what's her name? The one who plays Chanel. They have this beautiful dark skinned
Wait.
girl.
Wave and
Uh-huh.
Bowens.
And they yes, and they have her in this triangle with these twins, and it's just never done. And I feel like that's the only reason why they're holding up the show on Springer over there on GH. And I feel like that's another reason why we didn't get Amanda and Billy on YNR, because she was darker skinned. And I feel like they don't want to
Oh, they
do
have
that.
issues. They do be having
Yeah,
issues. They could pretend if
you
they
know
don't
they
want to, but
do.
we
We
not
know
stupid.
this. We know
Shit.
what that was. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Lily. I mean, she's practically almost white, but I don't see them. They don't have problems putting her with, white actors. They had her with
You haven't
Kane.
seen her paired with the black one yet.
And you
Not
never
not in a
will.
romance.
You never will
Mm,
either.
no,
Never
but
will.
it's the same thing. The same for the same reason we didn't get Amanda and Billy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a different reason. Well, no, for a different reason.
Oh, why? Well, why they don't have? Well, what? So you saying is this per choice with Lily?
So from what I heard, I ain't one to gossip.
So you didn't hear it from me.
So
But
you ain't hear this from me.
okay.
But what I
Okay.
had heard
So
was
look,
that
Uh-huh.
the actress that plays Lily, Crystal Khalil, um, said that she would not be paired romantically with a black man because she is not black.
Girl, stop
Get
it.
the hell out of here.
Ah.
That's some cold blooded shit right there. That's some
I'm
cold
gonna need I'm
blooded.
gonna need her to hang up her coat and go find somewhere else to play if she gonna be sitting up here playing the role of
But hey,
someone
listen,
that.
she don't have to
Ooh.
go nowhere because, like Bubbles and I have said, in all the time she's been there, which has been what 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
probably
Mhm.
a little bit longer than that if it ain't been. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, could have been longer than that, but she has never been in a romantic relationship with another black actor,
And
another black
No.
character.
and she won't. Even that
Correct.
time when Devon had a crush on Lily, it wasn't Crystal Khalil to start out with. Most of that time he spent with Davita Sherwood's Lily when they was,
Yeah.
Correct.
being close that time, and Lily was ready to raise up. I like that Lily, the little Davita Sherwood girl. She was a lot like Drusilla. Her Lily was a lot
Yeah.
like Drusilla.
She was Drew like. Mm.
She
That's
was
right.
good. I liked her.
Me too. I like that. That's when I was actually kind of watching it back then.
Yeah, but
That sucks. Like, but I don't like that undertone. Mm-mm.
Already
Yeah,
Give me
that's
been
the
with
stress.
racist undertone. Yeah.
Lily,
I
been
don't,
with
I
Danny
don't,
Romalati. She been with
yeah,
Kevin Fisher.
Yeah.
She went with Billy Abbott, and she went
yeah,
with Kane Ashby. Now,
yeah.
who among them have melanin?
But you know what? This is how they're writing that character though, Lily though. Like
It's not
look
about
who the guy
no.
was. But
I'm
look
saying
who
it's
the
not
guy
about
was
the
that she
character.
lost her virginity to with the long blonde hair.
Okay, it's not about the character.
I know, but I'm just saying it befits it. It's befitting of the character if you look at it.
Lily
Well,
lost her virginity to Kevin.
and
And
it
I
got
took
think
an
it's
her
that
it
STD,
long
took her
didn't
blonde
she?
hair.
25
Yeah,
years. The character is already characterized.
facts.
So
Yeah.
her mother is mixed. I'm looking at her background. Her mother is mixed, basically African, black, and European. So it looks like her mother is mixed, but
And I
she's
think her
still
father
black,
is Indian.
and her father is Pakistani.
Yeah.
I mean, you black girl. You
But hey,
girl, they do too much.
but
I'm
look,
I'll
over
we,
it.
say.
you know what you can't
Child.
dispute the facts of what we have seen on screen and what we haven't seen on screen,
That's
right?
right. No, that's
Now,
right.
out of all the black actors that done been on that show, has she been in a romantic pairing or close with any of
Mm-mm.
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 them? Okay.
No, she
And I'm gonna
And the
hasn't.
powers that be don't have no issue with it because she still got a job, don't she?
Yeah,
And they called her back after she left.
They did. Well, her prime time excursion was not as successful as she had hoped for.
yeah, so she needed a job. Let me shut up. I'm going back on mute. Let me know when y'all talking
Don't
about.
shut up.
We should be getting to bowl because it's already 8:19. So
Let's
we
go.
didn't.
we're gonna do 40 minutes talking about bowl. Oh,
I don't know.
Did
I
Well,
don't
we
know.
do GH yet?
Did anybody? I haven't watched GH. Did anybody else watch it already?
I haven't watched today. I was hoping Bubbles watched to let me know because I know we didn't get Sprina today, but did we get Esme and Nick?
no, it was nothing interesting in today. It was Carly down in Jacksonville. And I
Oh,
don't
you
know,
know what? I'm sick of this.
any of them people ever been to Jacksonville, Florida? Because it looks like everything is happening in a low budget airport. Like, don't nothing in Jacksonville. They ain't even got no plants. That's supposed to be Florida. Okay.
That's what I was saying. I was like, first of all, one, I'm not feeling this whole Jacksonville story to begin with. I mean, I can't disagree with the people who were saying that they were trying to give Carly like her own Nixon Falls setup. They failing bad.
It's spelling horribly.
It's failing terribly. It really is.
Well, so what is Carly doing in Jacksonville?
Girl trying to save her mama's cemetery from being moved because the lady that Carly stole her daughter's name after her daughter got killed in an accident. They thought,
The real Caroline.
yeah, the real Carly, whatever her name is. It's just some stupid shit. It's just
It
some
is. It's mind numbing.
stupid
But
shit.
do we know if what John McCook spilled on Friday's Bowl Live, do we know who this character is? Is she gonna come? Is
For
Pam coming
Allie
in over
Mills?
there? Yeah,
Mm-mm.
is she coming in over there as Maggie, or is she coming over there for something to do with this bullshit with Carly?
We don't
Cause
even have an air date for when Allie Mills starts on GHS. So I'm wondering if all that flew under the radar because they just say it's a role, but they're being very, very tight-lipped about it.
Yeah.
Very tight-lipped.
Well,
we just know she could
Alan
be
Mills is a
crazy.
big get.
We just know
Alan
she could
Mills
be
is a
crazy
big.
coming in.
Yeah.
Well, they lucky to have Alan Mills. I
Yeah,
look
they
at it
We
that
are.
way.
we don't even know if she gonna be crazy because they keep saying it's top secret. Like they ain't giving up shit. Like
Well, John
nothing.
McCook said but he spilled on Bose that that's the role she's gonna play.
Yeah, he
Nobody on
did.
GHK. John McCook said that. That's why I say, did we get any confirmation of what happened with that? Because he went too far. He wasn't even supposed to do
Mm-mm.
that.
I think
Well,
I
who
think
did he
what
say
Bubbles
she was
said.
playing?
I think he said basically he said that she was playing someone crazy, but the thing is, the problem with that is that GH has said absolutely nothing. They say that she's playing a mystery character, and that's it. They have not released anything,
Oh,
a
it's gonna be
name, no
Maggie.
details, no
It's
nothing. So,
Maggie.
and so all of us had been theorizing that she's going to be playing the nanny that Esme is always writing to in
Right.
confidence about this, that, and the third. But then I agree with what Bubble said that when he said that, that was like smack dab when they were having bad technical glitches on the Bold Live event. So it
Mhm.
probably shot by most of the people who were watching.
I'm trying to see if I can find it so that I can share it. To see how far they got. Oh, damn, it's loud. I want to see how far they got into it with the. Oh my gosh, y'all didn't see any of it.
No, we
Mhm.
didn't. That's why when you said it, I was like,
Mhm.
Bubbles, what the hell are you talking about? I mean, I know I had only had one eye on it because of the technical difficulties, and I kind of, swerved off to do something else because it kept buffering for like 15 minutes. But when you said that, I was literally like, yeah, none, I didn't hear any of that. Not the beginning, the middle, or the end.
Hold
So,
up a second.
Mhm.
When
I
I
want to play.
say when I say I'm going black, I'm done with something, I'm done. I didn't check into the
Yeah.
bowl live. I didn't go back and
So
watch it after it was over. Don't give a
no,
damn.
no.
Hold
I'm
up.
with you, Sam. Like I'm totally over it. But I was interested to hear what he had to say about this actress because I am hoping she's going over there. I'm hoping she's going to be Maggie. This person is Maggie, and another thing that I'm counting on is that they're gonna find out that Esme is full fledged, 100% certified insane.
Is
oh, for
she
sure.
Ava's baby? She Felicia's baby.
I think they're gonna do Ava. The
They could do
drama is
Ava.
in it. The drama is in it,
Yeah,
especially after how Esme shot her mouth off about Kiki and all of that other shit. Yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna definitely make her. If they don't make her
They gonna
Ava's daughter,
retcon it.
I'm gonna be like, well, what are y'all doing here, people? I mean,
Right,
I'm
They gonna
sorry.
right.
I don't
do it.
give a shit if
Yeah,
she's Felicia's daughter. I really
So
yeah.
I
don't.
got quick questions on GH before we get to the last half hour of that other fashion show.
Mm.
Um, is damn, what was I finna ask? Damn it, go ahead on. Y'all keep talking about Esme and them. I was finna ask
Yeah,
y'all
I'm
something.
with you, darling. I feel like it would be worthless if she's not retconned to be Ava's daughter, but I feel like, it's all pushing up to it to be for her to be Ava's daughter. But I'm looking for them to say, Esme was at one point in a loony bin, just locked up somewhere and, was broken out. Like, I want them to find out that this girl is certifiable.
She
But did
probably
they
is. I
ever
mean,
find that who Willow? Did they ever find out that Nina is Willow's mom?
Not yet.
nope.
That
That's
That's
that
still
still
that
under
still
damn
all.
hasn't
wraps.
come
All.
out yet.
All of Carly's in Jacksonville. All of that shit is on ice.
Well, she's keeping. That's because Willow's not saying nothing. Now, I'm not really. I don't like Michael. I'm not, and I'm not a
There ain't
Willow
nobody,
fan.
girl. Nobody don't like no
I
damn
am not a
Michael.
Willow fan. I could care less. But my thing is this secret to come out for Carly because when I came in on it, Carly was the one being all high and mighty about this secret shit. Her and Nina, they all just went to court about the secrets and the secrets of the children and hiding the children. And she's sitting up there with her own secret about Willow's paternity. So it's like you doing the same thing you
Well,
going
she was
after
doing it
Nina
at the
for.
time. She went
Oh yeah,
back to
well,
that
Carly's
last
a
day of the
I heard
hypocrite.
hearing.
that.
Yeah, knowing that Nina was well, she had the paperwork, but she found out shortly after that she read those papers.
She found out, yeah, she during the trial is when she discovered because the results came in. She had them broke into Michael and them house and got the DNA testing, right? So the results came
No,
in. She
the
had the letter with her the whole time. But
the
what I'm
plot.
looking for, darling, is for Willow and TJ. Like I see some chemistry there and I like it because I think she getting ready to fall for this doctor.
Well, I think Michael deserves to be cheated on at every possible corner. So I'll be for that because I can't stand his bitch ass.
Is
So
Michael's
if
bitch ass still going blonde? Last time I saw him, his hair kept getting lighter and lighter.
Who?
I don't think
Mm-mm.
so.
Michael.
It's still brown. No, that
Okay.
No, it's still
bastard.
brown.
And
Yes, that bastard.
I can't wait for Josh to have egg on her face because she is treating my precious Cam so badly. I don't like her as a friend, Katrina.
She is going to end up screwing Dax and
She gonna be
cheating on Cam.
riding
It is
Dex. She
coming.
gonna be
It is
riding Dex
coming.
by Thanksgiving. Let me tell you, darling. And wait, and I want Cam to throw her away like yesterday's trash girl. And wait till she find out that Dex was working for Michael this whole time. And I want her to be pregnant too, so she can be sitting up there with a damn thumb in her mouth, looking stupid.
So what
She
are they
is
gonna
not.
do with
I
baby
hate
boy
her,
Ken?
girl. I hate
If
Josh, and
if
she is.
if Josh finna start getting grown man dick, if Josh
Yeah.
finna start getting grown man dick, what place does Cam even have on the canvas?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, he is Elizabeth's son, so but you see how they treat Elizabeth, so I don't really know what good that's going. Yeah,
Yeah, that
he'll be
is
in
true.
trouble.
Cause
He'll be in
what
trouble.
happened to her? Yeah.
I don't get it. Because the actress is a phenomenal actress. I have been watching GH pretty steadily for over a year now. And I was saying for
Yeah.
most of the time, listening to Liz stand saying, I don't understand what they see in Liz. I just don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Until I actually saw her acting in a storyline where she
Yeah.
had something
When
to
she
do.
has one, that's the problem.
Exactly. And
That's
I
the
was
whole
blown
problem.
away. I was blown away. I said, oh my God, okay, this actress is actually phenomenal when giving the material. And just when I thought we was getting it, when she was sitting on that sofa damn near talking to herself and they sent her away and off screen.
This is the problem. The problem is that this is not a new issue. This has been a long-standing issue with anybody who likes it likes the character. They always do this shit, and I'll never understand it. I mean, I'm not the biggest the Liz fan in the world, but I've always liked the character because Rebecca delivers in her stories. I've never seen her in a storyline where it fell flat. Okay, that's just not what she does. So I don't understand it. I'll never understand it.
Now
it's
I do have a
infuriating.
question about the Carly character because I learned that the actor or the actress who plays Ava Vitale now over there on Days used to play
Mhm.
her. And they said when the Carly that role, baby, she was apologetic in the shit she did. She
Okay,
was having sex with it. The
when
old
you say
Carly, not the one they using now. The old
you
Carly.
mean Tamara Braun or Sarah Brown?
Sarah.
And Tamara Brown.
Okay,
Sarah.
Sarah.
I heard
Okay,
Tamara.
Sarah played the shit out of that role.
she did.
You know, she may not have
She
been liked,
No,
but
she was the originator of Carla. She was the Carla who came to town on a cold wind, totally fucked Bobby's life up, stole her husband, slept with Tony, got pregnant with Michael, had hid the
yeah,
paternity. First they thought Michael was for Tony, then they thought Michael
for Sonny.
for Jason. And
Okay. Oh
then
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
came out
Uh-huh.
that Michael was actually for AJ.
EJ.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
Carly been hiding paternity since she stepped foot on screen.
Well,
That's what I
they said
understand.
then when Sarah played a baby, like she didn't give a damn. She was unapologetic about the bullshit. Like, yeah, I did the shit and what? And now
Oh
the
yes.
new Carly came in like on this here high, sitting on this high
The
cloud,
best, you
like
know,
her shit don't stink and everybody else's does.
the thing is the best example I could give you is like the difference between Nikki Newman when she was on the pole and Nikki Newman who is the lady who lunches now.
Yeah.
That is the evolution, though
Mm-mm.
Carly is not a
Mm-mm.
lady who lunches in my opinion, but that is the evolution of the difference between
Mm-mm.
where the character was when she was introduced back in the 90s versus where she is now. It is
Now,
a total
now is
departure.
Sarah Brown the girl that used to play on VR Troopers?
Yes, that's Sarah Brown. Yes.
Okay, I liked it her.
Yes, she was the
Yeah,
original Carly.
yeah.
Um
That was her uncle's niece. Now she played the hell out of that role then, cause I could see her being every bit of Luke's niece. She had the
mm,
same gumption.
And the
But
thing that was the trip about it was that Carly was just this interloper who completely screwed up Bobby's marriage. And after she found out about the affair was when she caught Carly and Tony in bed. And then that's when Luke had to tell her, well, that's actually your daughter, you know. And then yeah, then it was just it was messy. It was messy. It was
Mm-mm.
nice night early 90s soapy mess.
I actually liked her on the
Mm-mm.
bow when she was playing the girl that got pregnant for
I
Bridget.
remember
Well,
that child. I did not like her.
I
Not
Oh,
liked
her at all.
her.
Oliver's sister or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver big sister. What was her name?
Aggie. Aggie.
Aggie. There you
Maggie
go.
Jones, Aggie Jones.
Yes, Agnes. Wait,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Agnes because it was Aggie.
Aggie.
Like she
Yeah,
aggravating as hell. I
I
did not
liked
like her.
her. I
I
liked
did
that whole
not like that character.
storyline. I liked
I
how it
was
was.
happy when they got her. I was like, oh my god, y'all got Sarah. Okay, let's see. And then I was like, y'all ain't even keep her long enough to do that. Oh god damn it.
She was a
Right.
damn incubator, a failed incubator for Bridget.
Mm,
Well, it
mm,
was Bridget's fault.
I know. I
Bridget
know.
was a damn. Oh, she got on my good damn nerve. Like
I
how
didn't
you
like
just gonna
Bridget.
jump down the girl throat and you see she at the top of the stairs. She told you she was dizzy, and you just that whole storyline gave me goosebumps. I loved it.
Anytime Bridget has trusted another woman, especially a family member, but Aggie wasn't a family member, but anytime she's trusted another woman around her man, she has lost that man. She
Mm.
lost
His hands deliver them.
her
They
mom.
fall in love with the husband. They fall in love with Nick. Nick is the charmer because
Nick,
what do you call it? Unaware of his charm. So he he's a hero without being
Nick used to piss me off with. I used to be like, every time you turned around, some new woman was in love with Nick.
Yeah.
well,
And he was completely unaware of it. Like, what?
yes,
She's in love with me? How? How could she fall in love with
little old
me?
me.
Boy, nigga, shut up.
Yes,
Shut.
Papa, they love you.
He took Katie to a whole island, pretended it was prom night, fucked her, and was surprised when she turned up talking about, I love you, Nick. What do you mean he loved me?
And the woman thought she was dying. Well, what you thought she was gonna do, Nicholas?
You gave her
I mean, Dominic, what did you think she was gonna
And then
do?
you impregnate her.
Like,
You don't think these women supposed to fall in love with you?
He said he didn't mean for it to happen though. He
He
was
did
just
not mean for that to happen.
yeah,
You gotta
most men
keep-
who knock up women who are not their wives do not mean for it to happen. I have that
They
on
slip
good
and fall
authority.
on him, darling. You ain't know that.
Girl, I was like, oh, I was just like,
Yeah.
when they
Yeah,
did
he
that
wasn't
shit,
that
I was
good.
like, oh,
Yeah, Nick wasn't all that. All that.
the
All
way they
to be thrown at him.
the way they
And
carried on, you wouldn't know it.
Dominic was the shit then, had to be.
He sure was.
all women had Nick except for their mama, because Nick was with Nick was with Brooke, Katie, Donna.
Nick made the rounds. Nick was in Nick. Nick was the gigolo. He was like the new Ridge. Shit.
He was an upgraded hoe. Y'all, can we please talk about today though? Because
Yes, we can get to those. We are
I'm
officially
ready.
36
Let's
minutes
go.
out. Let's go.
we need
go.
to
Okay.
use Sam, because Sam said
Because
she
it was very boring up until the last segment. The last
Yeah,
segment
last 5 minutes.
was crazy show.
the last couple of minutes is really what made it, because you sit there and you listen. Didn't nobody really care about Katie and Carter talking about Bill?
Period.
Because here's the thing. Carter sat there and told us why Quinn left, but he's still gonna go ask Shauna why Quinn left. Like you just told us that Quinn said she left because she's all the same shit we said here. She's already
Yes.
her kids. She
Right.
just have a good time.
Right. But how you gonna sit up there but why would they want to get rid of Quinn for that reason and hook him up with Katie, the one with the heart problem who can't have kids anymore? Like
that is piss poor writing, and we all knew it was coming because they fucked up the bag with Rena Sofer. So we all knew they was gonna come up with some bullshit. But yes, the same shit that we said right here in this chat about Carter being so on about wanting to be married and have a family. Well, it's like, well, bro, you're not gonna be doing that with Quinn. She didn't have her turn.
But this is what they don't even pay attention to what they just wrote months ago, because
No, they don't.
remember when they were in the bed, the first inception of Quarter, and she was like, well, I know you want to have a family and all that, and I'm done with that stage of my life, and I've raised my family and everything. And he was like, that's okay, we don't have to have kids. I just want to be with you. I just love you. I just blah, 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 blah. And now she's leaving him over something that they had already worked out on screen.
on screen?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this was never an issue. This is just some piss poor way to explain the reason why Quinn is no longer on script.
Scotch tape.
And it's failing. It's failing because
It's
people who
failing bad.
was Team Quarter knew this shit a mile away was a bunch of horse shit. And what killed me was the reason why they putting Katie together. Like Katie literally cannot have any more kids. Like,
exactly. That's ridiculous. If that's the reason you and Quinn fell out, what you gonna do with the woman, the bionic woman, who's a pitch patch of other people's organs at this point, who can't have kids? What?
right.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what's fixing to happen. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Cause I was thinking about it today. I was like, the hell they bringing Katie back for? Ain't no more body parts for her to get transferred unless she gonna lose the eye, some shit. But if they put her with Carter and they make it and decide they want to have a kid, Well, y'all know what they gonna do.
They better
Somebody
not go
gonna
ask
get
Paris
married.
to have no
They
baby.
gonna pull Flo up out these cut out the cupboards and have Flo be her surrogate.
Not Flo. Oh hell no, not felony.
Who else?
Felony don't need to do nothing else on script on board with got anything to do with a damn baby.
Donna,
No,
Donna can't do it. Brooke can't do it. Hope can't
You
do it.
better
They're having her
they,
own
ask, hey,
kids.
you better
well,
ask.
they like they see what's considering how that shit went with Nicole. I wouldn't be surprised if they just asked Paris.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, and let it come out that his real baby was England.
So she can have a little black baby like Abby Newman, Chancellor. Newman, Abby, Chancellor, Morocco, Fitzgerald Hughes. That little girl over there with that blanket baby we ain't seen, and we'll never see that baby grown. But they might pull y'all. Would y'all scream if they pull Flo out of the closet because Katie want to have a baby with
Yeah.
Carter?
Yes,
Only if she die in childbirth, I'll accept it like that.
that's that childbirth, darling.
Mm.
That's they need to get
Look.
somebody new. Like
Darling,
I don't know.
Darling always going for people's throats.
Look,
They
hey, I was like, I was like, we could save Amelia and and Sheila don't have to kill her, but if I have to be subjected to Flo being involved in another baby story, oh no, she got to go when her time is up. Once that bun is done baking, she got to go permanently. Bye.
This will be her. This will be her second retribution. You know, she came in stealing the baby, and she gonna go out gifting the family a baby. I know what I did to Hope was so horrible, but I hope that I can really finally make up for everything by giving Katie this baby she so deserves to have with Carter. And then she gonna have the baby, and then she gonna leave town.
Y'all gonna have to explain to me what's gonna develop that so deep between Carter and Katie that one, Flo would want to do that, that two, Katie would want to do that, and I'm just like, because when they kiss, because I'll be very blunt, I am not here for Carter, for Katie and Carter. I'm just not. I mean, because the timing for it was before this, because I actually made a tweet about it. I'm like, so y'all sabotage Quarter. Y'all flirted with the idea of Katie and Carter as a couple. Then y'all nixed it to put him with Paris. Then you made Paris a rebound, and then you wanted to put him back with Quarter. You screwed up Quarter, and now y'all sitting up here trying to put him back with Katie again, almost a year to the date. Because remember, Quarter broke up for the first time in October of last year. And that's when him and Katie started making eyes at each other and all that other shit.
Right, and they back in the same spot in the beginning. You're right.
Exactly. At almost the exact same time of year. I'm like, y'all people, y'all on something.
I sure hate to dip in here, but this is how come I can't do this soap opera. Literally a freaking year from the day to end up exactly where you started. It's the hamster wheel from hell.
Exactly. They can do whatever they want with this particular parent. I have no vested interest. And the thing is,
I'm not checking for them at all.
No, at all. I hate to say it because I love Lawrence. He's a good actor. He's not a half bad writer either. So I'm always, and his character spent so many years on Chill Out Judy and on Back Burner and not having an actual parent that, it's good for him to have one, but I'm sorry, this just is not it. It's gonna be like background noise that I ignore if it because it's obviously happening, but that's what it's pretty much gonna be on my radar, background noise that I don't even pay attention to.
It's like the same thing they do with Wyatt. Like they don't pair them well. Like when they do give them a good parent, they fuck it up. Like it's sick
every time. Every time.
So moving on, can we move on?
Moving on, because we on the clock.
So what else was the boring part? That was and then Brooke coming over. I mean, Bill coming over to talk to Brooke was. Hold on, wait, because at that moment Carter was sitting there talking to Katie. Well, are you saying that if Brooke were single, that Bill would rush over to have Brooke in his arms? I'm like, buddy, that's exactly what's happening.
That's exactly what's going on.
What's going on?
Literally the next scene, opening up with Brooke and Bill's arms. Brooke, Bill, you have to leave. Rich
You
is
can't be here.
Richard be hearing if he comes in the door, because he's coming home. He gonna see you here. He gonna be pissed off. You gotta go, Bill. You gotta go.
He said, sis, Rich is out there getting his Petey Bird virginity sucked out of him by his ex. He's not coming home
He
tonight.
ain't coming home. He's forced.
Girl,
He's
you
not
gonna have to
coming
get
back.
gripped. He ain't coming back to you. He done.
If he coming back, it won't be tonight, sis. So you might as well, if you think you're lonely now.
And here comes his son. Here come 2.0.
And then he, I know. And then here come Liam through the damn veranda door again. That door is going. That door is just ominous at this point. What's going on here? Brooke's upset. I'm like,
He came in through the back door window. Sure did.
And that,
You should just go home. He said,
right.
home, y'all. Go home.
he sent his daddy home.
Go home.
How you get rid of your daddy and that ain't even your house?
Go home, Bill.
That's why I laughed. I was like, how you putting him out? It ain't even your
He got
bad.
a lot of fucking nerve today. He had a lot of nerve. He said that shit, but before that, the piss poor part of Liam today, the part that made me want to wring his neck.
He's talking about family.
Yes, honey.
Girl, I came up.
He's your family.
I was
You're his family. That was unbelievable.
That's why you don't know what family is. You got a whole ass kid chilling on the beach that you don't see. What you talking about? You're his family. What are you talking about, family?
Not to mention him sitting up there talking about how, well, if he's with her out of guilt or obligation, that won't last. I'm like, well, Liam, you would know about what doesn't last, don't you? You piss poor bastard. Oh,
Exactly. What was your marriage founded on?
That's why I can't for Brooke to get his drawers.
Yeah, all of them. Under rules, all that shit.
I want her to get his tops and bottoms. You know how they use that little t-shirt and the underoos that match for the little boys. I want her to take Spider-Man underoos.
That's right. That's right. That's what I want her to grab too, because she needs to rock his world so he can go ahead and just shrivel up like the rest of them is. Like, I'm sorry, like that part took me out. You could have bought me for a nickel.
I know. Liam sitting here counseling somebody about a waffling ass man. That is just wow. That's like art on speed on crack. like what? How are you? This is who they decided to have this conversation with you? Okay, girl, I guess so. And somebody is still gonna have to explain to me, both for Brooke and Nikki Newman, why do all these alcoholics have these giant bottles of vodka in their house?
But the part that I noticed was it was already open. So who been drinking?
Who been drinking?
it?
All the way though. They took all the liquor out of the house. So who the fuck ordered it? Really home?
Right. Brought some more and drunk out of it and left it in the alcoholic house.
I will never understand that. I do not know how these recovering alcoholics, because you know the saying, when you're an alcoholic for life. Okay,
For
so
life.
That's right.
So you don't have alcohol in your house. That's just the basics. So I will never and the thing is, I can't even say it's just bold, because Y&R does that shit with Nikki too. Be having a whole damn distillery up in the damn house.
Yeah, so Nikki got all the best wines. Nikki got all the best liquors, all the best vodkas, because you know vodka is her drink of choice, and you know she's a top shelf type of chick.
Her and Brooke both, because she goes straight for the vodka every time.
And the thing, go ahead.
All the alcoholics drink vodka because it don't smell. That all the women alcoholics on soap operas, that's always their drink of choice. Catherine Chancellor be chugging on bottles of fucking vodka because a lady doesn't smell like a distillery. You understand? You a drunk don't mean you gotta smell like a drunk. Get some of this high value 6 times distilled vodka, and you can go out in high society drunk off your ass. They gotta prove it. You just tell people I didn't eat, my blood sugar's off. I didn't eat today, because they ain't gonna smell it on your breath.
And they killed me with that damn bottle. I was looking like 50's effing. Like she always grabbing 50 bottles.
Shit. And then Liam leaving her when she's like, I need to be alone. And he glancing at the
That was the
bottle.
funniest part.
Exactly. And then when she pouring it, he coming, he's like, no, no, that's not gonna help you, Brooke. But I need to numb the pain. I get it. And maybe, and I get it. Maybe it's because I don't like Brooke, and I
Yeah.
get that was supposed to be moving. Girl, I laughed. God
I
help me.
laughed my ass
I'm
off too,
sorry.
darling. I
I
couldn't. I
laughed.
couldn't say. I couldn't find the sincerity and the drama in it. It was too funny for me. I could. I was. I missed it. It was somebody
I
had
just
to identify for me.
I just couldn't. I mean, I wanted to feel, and I know sometimes your dislike of a character can stop you from necessarily, feeling what they're supposed to be invoking with their scenes, but it just wasn't there.
You know what it was, darling? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they showed that scene right after Hope stole Liam Thomas's face and engulfed it in her body. That's why. Now had they showed Brooke
Why
and
you had
Liam
to make
first,
Hope sound like a face hugger from Aliens? Good God.
Like
this
it
is her
today,
first
girl.
move. This today is identified it. I already know it is. Because today was the first day we seen the succubus coming up in her. I'm gonna need you to know because she stuck hella face.
Honey, the way she grabbed Thomas, you would have thought he was an oxygen mask and somebody
Baby.
took him out the
Dude,
ship on Mars. With
Sure
me,
did.
I
no.
the-
They have to be playing us. This has got to be a dream because
it's
if this,
Yeah.
no,
And I don't give a damn.
it's got to be because first of all, one, I will say this much. This is one thing I will say, regardless of whether this was real or a dream. The
Right.
chemistry was real. The
You better believe it.
sexual tension there was crack lacking. When Thomas
Yeah.
took his hand and put it on her side, the bodice is perfect. I was like, ooh.
When he swooped her hair to the side and exposed her back, I was like, "Girl, I know you feel it, cause I do."
Even if it's a dream, I'm like, now that is how you direct a scene where the
Yeah,
characters have chemistry. It is exactly what she does not have with Liam
you
at
bet.
all.
but look,
Period.
Between that actress, I mean, I don't care who's playing the character of Hope. I don't see on the old scenes and any of the new one where the Hope character has any fire with Liam ever.
They at least had a little something when Matula had the role, but now with Annika Noel, it's just not there. It's not there at all. Period. Nothing.
I
Nada.
don't remember that one. I don't even remember.
It's just
I don't think that this was a dream.
Me either.
I don't think this is a dream, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because at the end of that kiss, Hope threw her hands up like, "Whole fucking shit! What did I just do?
Yeah,
What did
I
I
did that.
just do?
I hate to dip in.
I just did that." Because when he touched the bodice of that dress and she took that deep breath, like her drawers just instantly,
Huh.
caught on fire. Yeah.
the lead broke in her panties.
Like I was like,
Cherry. She bust out cherry bubbles.
I was like, Lord, is they letting Hope have a Harley face? Since when?
Yeah.
And then he pulled her hair back and she was like, oh. I was like, oh, that girl was always just curled, and I think she just popped one off.
Not only that, now y'all remember the last time Thomas gave Hope a dress to wear, it was the ugliest thing under creation.
Correct.
That
I
dress
saw
was,
that green one today, though, honey.
but that one today was very pretty.
It
And
was.
so Hope
It
was
was
over there
very
taking deep breaths, like
sexy.
she could not catch her breath for Thomas running his hand over her neck, moving her hair out the way to see the backless part of the dress.
I was
I
looking
was
at.
like,
I
I
was
was
looking
like,
like, did you
what in
throw a
the?
waist trainer
I
up in
was
that
like,
dress?
oh,
Because
girl,
she
what
act
you
like she was
doing?
sick. Yeah, she definitely couldn't catch her breath.
He had her dressed like a fucking Greek goddess, okay?
Did.
He had her dressed like a goddess, and he came out and was talking about how beautiful everything was. She was like, Thomas, you say that to all the models. And he was like, no, baby, I already told you. I'm a one-woman man, and you that one. And then he started talking about that dress. Look how good on you. Look at the way that the bodice just. Let me show you the pictures I took because I can't figure out how to get these pictures over.
Please present them to the class.
Man,
Please.
all I got to say is if it turned out, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If it turned out that was not a dream tomorrow, y'all gonna hear me screaming from Louisiana because I'm gonna be like, no, you did. Just when y'all doing everything I cannot stand on this raggedy piece of show, you're gonna have one of my few theories pan out exactly like I thought it would. I would be so pissed.
We've been talking in this whole yard the whole time. Yes, it's finna pan out. I feel it. Because we got it. Look, he not finna do us completely dirty. Like, this whole fucking weekend.
I don't know about that.
Look, darling.
You can do people pretty dirty, baby.
This was supposed to have been Friday's episode. This whole fucking weekend has been hush. I ain't heard but 5 tweets on the whole fucking weekend about Bold and the Beautiful. And it's because of how Thursday was left. Our Thursday episode left us off like that on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So
and pissed everybody off.
Pissed everybody off. So my thing was everybody was supposed to go on the fucking weekend pissed. Not just us. See, they pissed now because Hope took a dive in. She dove in like Usher into that kiss. This was not Thomas's obsession being revisited. No, honey. Everybody was supposed to go on the weekend piss.
Well, look, there are only 3 ways for this to have played out. Either that real, and 2 of them are actually to the positive. Either 1, that was a dream, and it was either Thomas's dream or Hope's dream, or it was real. Now, 2/3 of those options are options that's gonna have people going like, "Wait, what? You mean that was Hope having a fantasy about Thomas? What the hell?" Also, so her and Liam ain't been shining this goddamn floor together. Is what you're trying to tell me? And she has to try. So we gonna see. We gonna know pretty first thing tomorrow. I mean, because first of all, I'm gonna be a little bit disgusted that well, you know what? Actually, I'm lying. I'm saying we're gonna know first thing tomorrow, but we should be done with this day by now, shouldn't we?
It's still night. No,
it's night. It just got night. It just turned night today.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen is she got to she got to back off of Thomas and run out and go home and see Liam and Brooke in the embrace. And then run back to Thomas, be like, take it.
Well, because the spoilers are off by a day. But the last batch that I saw for what was supposed to be for today I think there was a spoiler about, didn't it say Hope and Liam were supposed to, something about Hope and Liam helping Brooke. So my thing is, Liam's at their house hugging her mama, and Hope is at Forrester doing I don't know what, possibly losing her tongue in Thomas Hamilton Forrester's mouth, or dreaming that she's losing her tongue in Thomas Hamilton Forrester's mouth. We don't know which. So hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, so
I can show you real quick in 3 minutes, or we can talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, go ahead. Wait, one small thing I wanted to mention. Why the hell did they have Carter talk like Justin been working for Forrester all this damn time and we just didn't know it?
I said too. So now Justin works for Forrester and been working for Forrester.
I told y'all, didn't I? It's because of that freaking favor. That he's so freaking rich. So this is how they finna usher Justin back in. Hey, that's all right. I missed my boy. So come on here, come on, Aaron. Let's see what it looks like.
I've missed Aaron terribly, but I'm like, wait. Well, I thought, but when Katie said that, I thought Justin was supposed to be helping you with some legal things. I was like, wait, because technically we forget that Carter is the CFO of Forrester, so he's not strictly just the Forrester lawyer anymore. He actually has other job duties. So I was like, I'm like, wait, what? You said what? I'm like, okay. So yes, the big thing tomorrow, the big thing that everybody is checking for tomorrow is to find out if this was a dream, and if it was whose, and if it was real. Because if it was real, I'm sorry, I have to say it honestly. If
Can we
hope is
take
about to,
can we take a poll before we get up out of here? Because I want to
okay,
see what y'all think. Do y'all think it's A, a dream, B, Hope's dream, C, or if it's a real? Like, I want to know, do you think it's Thomas' dream, Hope's dream, or is it real?
It's real.
I'm on your train.
I'm gonna say
I'm riding on the real train.
I'm trying not to be a pessimist, so I'm gonna say it's hope's dream.
Okay. Okay, that's a good book. That's a good one.
My instincts want to tell me that they're really trying to screw us and that it's Thomas, but I'm gonna try to buck my pessimism for once. And I'm gonna say it's hope having a fantasy.
Because we still got that spoiler that came out last week or 2 weeks ago said that Thomas supposed to talk to Hope about something. So we
I
thinking it
think
had
that was
something
it
to do with
today.
it was supposed to be in this week. It's supposed to be either today or tomorrow. So we off by a day. So maybe that's not gonna happen till like Wednesday or Thursday. So maybe it wasn't never about CPS. Maybe it could be
We
about
just assumed it was.
maybe it could be about this kid.
All I can say is if it turned out that this was a real damn kiss, I'ma just like I said, I'ma just be completely beside myself. I really will. Just because I can't believe that they're letting the show go there, and just because the fact that I think it's high time Liam Spencer got his ass cheated on by the perfect one.
You
I just
goddamn right.
that's just lovely.
You
That's just
goddamn right. I said the
fantastic.
same thing. Go Hope. Go.
Go home.
You ain't gonna never hear me say that no more.
I think it's coming. And with that, we gonna shut it down because it's 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
And so thanks to everybody on YouTube that keeps showing up. Y'all are a lot of fun to sit and watch your comments, even though I can't get to everything. But thank you guys for supporting the show. And if you're not following the show, please do so. You can also listen on Spotify and Anchor and wherever else you podcast. If you don't, send me a message and I'll get the show on that service as well. But we'll do this again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Right, and we will see who owes who $500 in Monopoly money for this kiss scenario with Hope and Thomas.
Okay.
That's right. Just call me Miss Moneybags. Good night, y'all.
All right.
My cash up so y'all can get my money to me. All right. Good night, y'all.